નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Standard 8, Subject Science, Chapter 9, Reproduction in Animals. Dear students, today we will discuss fertilization and their types. So what is fertilization? The meeting of an egg cell and a sperm cell is called as a fertilization. Okay? See, the process of fertilization is the meeting of an egg cell from the mother and a sperm cell from the father. So this is called as a fertilization. So the new individual inherits some characteristics. That new individual, for the new individual, inherits means what? Dear students, we got the new word now. See, some characters from the father and some characters from the mother passes to the new individual. That is, we are saying inherits. Through what? Through the sperm from the father. And here what happens? Here, the ovum from the mother. So then what the new individual is forming, so that characters will be passes to the new individual. Okay, so this you are saying the inherits. See, look your brother and or sister. Some of the characters you will identify that comes from the father and mother. Okay, from your father and mother. See, there are now you will see that types of fertilization. So there are two types of fertilization: internal fertilization and external fertilization. First of all, we will see that internal fertilization. So dear students, what do you mean by internal fertilization? See, fertilization which takes place inside the female body. See, what will happen? The fertilization which takes place inside the female body is called as internal fertilization. So it takes place inside the body of the mother or the female, you are saying. So here who will come? So which animals, or give some examples of internal fertilization animals. Say for example, humans, cows, dogs, and ants. So these are all lies under the examples of internal fertilization. So, okay, so here what will happen? See, dear students, you will surprise that in many animals, see here internal fertilization, what will happen? The sperm from the father reaches to the mother body where it meets the ovum and then the fertilization takes place. So that is a internal fertilization. Okay, and the baby develops inside the body of the mother. Now you know that in many animals fertilization which takes place outside the female, outside the mother. So means the fertilization which takes place outside the female body is called as fertilization, what we are saying, external fertilization. Here examples: frogs, toads, fish. So this all will comes. Okay, now how this fertilization takes place? So during the spring season as well as rainy season, you know that during the rainy season or the spring season, they move on the water. They move the surface of the water. Okay, ponds or slow flowing streams, they move. And they come to the river and they move slowly. When the male and female come together in the water, so what will happen? The male and female will contact with each other in water. The female lays hundreds of eggs. So female lays, what will happen? Female lays hundreds, so like very small eggs. Hundreds of eggs. Okay, and these eggs, unlike the hen's egg, these frog's eggs is not covered by the shell. But these eggs are not covered by the shell. It is comparatively very delicate and also very delicate. Delicate means naju, very delicate. A layer of jelly means like a layer like this holds together. So a layer of jelly holds the eggs together and provides protection to the eggs. And this gives protection to the eggs. This, as the eggs are laid, the male deposits sperms over them. So when the eggs here, the male sperms will reach us to here. Okay, sperms are, you know that sperms are moving, reaches to slowly, it reaches to sperms over them. Each sperms swim randomly. Randomly means like this, they will move without any direction. They will meet these eggs randomly in water with the help of its long tail. The sperms then contact with these eggs. The sperms are in contact with these eggs. This results the fertilization. Then the fertilization takes place. So this type of fertilization in which the fusion means what we are saying, the meeting. Fusion means meeting, combining. Meeting takes place outside the body of the female. So this happens where? Outside the female body. So that is why this type of fertilization is called as what fertilization? External fertilization. The examples we have trees, frogs, toads, and fish, starfish. So usually it is very common in aquatic animals. So more or less all the aquatic animals go for like this fertilization. Okay, got the idea now? Now here one more question arises, dear students. What questions are here? Why do these animals lay hundreds of eggs or millions of sperms? So why like this? Okay, now for this answer, though these animals lay hundreds of eggs and release millions of sperms, all the eggs do not get fertilized. See, this much eggs are laying, but all the eggs do not fertilize and develop into new individuals. But in the you know that the human body only one egg is enough. But here, like this, hundreds of eggs will be releasing, even though their generation will be less. See, look here now. Though these animals lay hundreds of eggs and release millions of sperms, all the eggs do not get fertilized. All the eggs will not get fertilized and develop into the new individual and develop into a new individuals. This is because the eggs and sperms get exposed to the water movement. So this is because this eggs and sperms, where it is exposed, so exposed to the water movement, and here you know that wind as well as rainfall. So and also here given there are other animals also in the form. They may feed on these eggs. They may eat these eggs. So that is why thus the production a large number of eggs. Thus the production of large number of eggs and sperm is necessary to ensure the fertilization of at least a few of them. So that is why I see where this much eggs will be there, this much sperm will be there, but even though fertilization will be very less because of due to this disturbance, wind, water current, and as well as many animals they feed. So at least some of them, at least here, so it is necessary to make sure the fertilization of few of them. Okay, got the idea, students? Now you will see that some of the activities are given in the textbook. What the activities will be there? To observe the color of size of the frog eggs. So what you have to do for this? So here given, visit a pond during the rainy or spring season. So dear students, what you have to do? You have to visit the pond during the rainy season or the spring season itself. So observation what you have to observe there? Dull white bunches, bunches of frogs' eggs can be seen floating on the surface of the water. See, when you are visiting the pond during the rainy or spring season, bunches and groups of white or dull white is given. Frogs' eggs can be seen floating on the surface of the water. Correct? So these frogs move to the ponds in the rainy or spring seasons. What is the conclusion here? Conclusion means what? These frogs move ponds in the rainy or spring seasons, and female frogs lay hundreds of eggs in the water. So what will happen? Female frogs lay hundreds of eggs in the water. So these eggs are dull white in color. So these eggs are what in color? Dull white in color, and are not covered by the shell. Not covered by shell. How you are seeing the eggshell? Eggshell is, see the hen's egg shell. That is a very hard layer will be there. But here, these are not covered by the shell, and are held together a layer of jelly. Jelly means like a fluid-like structure, jelly, and which also protects these eggs, gives a protection to the eggs. Now, here one more activity is given to you to observe the eggs of frog, lizard, butterfly, like this. So, visit a garden near your home or a school is one. Look for the eggs of frogs, butterfly, and lizard, and observe the eggs carefully. See, observe carefully. Note down the differences about them or among them. So you know that note the size also, as well as color also, and shape of the type of the eggs also. So what you have to note down this also. Try to understand now. Observe the eggs carefully and note down the differences between them. Note the size, color, and shape of each of the types of the eggs. Okay. So the eggs of each organisms are what you will observe here, dear students. What is the conclusion you see of the observation? The observation, the eggs of each organism are different in the size and different in the shape. So all the eggs are not similar in the shape, or not similar in the size also. Okay. So conclusion is what? Animals such as hen, frogs, etc. lay eggs outside their bodies. So they lay eggs outside their bodies. So such animals are called as, here, they are called as oviparous animals. So animals such as, see, hens, frogs, these are all lay eggs outside their bodies. So that is why they are called as oviparous animals. And animals such as cows, dogs do not lay eggs. So that is, they give birth to their young ones. So they are called as viviparous animals. So this we will discuss in the next video. So now today's topic discussion, what we have learned. So you learned that now fertilization, what is fertilization, and the types. There are two types of fertilization: internal fertilization and external fertilization. Internal fertilization is the fertilization which takes place inside the female body or the mother body, you are saying, is called as internal fertilization. Here examples: humans, cows, dogs, and like these animals. And external fertilization is the fertilization which takes place outside the female body. So that is called as an external fertilization. The examples: frogs, toads, fish, starfish, and so on. So here it is very common in the aquatic animals. Okay, students, got the idea? So go through this definition as well as detail of this. Okay, this is very important question. What is fertilization, and explain their types. Okay, students, and we will discuss remaining things like oviparous animals, viviparous animals in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you for joining us.